Greetings everyone, Storyteller here. Yeah, once again a little bit disclaimer here. This story also, like with Kihara's, was supposed to be on for Kelly's birthday, but once again, pretty much the brainstorm was just so bad that I couldn't really figure out what to do with the story, so I kind of had to postpone it and realize that this also would be put it up for the anniversary, and of course, once again it got delayed. But even with that, hopefully this story will be a good one. Once again, it's somewhat botched up. I'm still pretty much getting hang of this, trying to work on audio, trying to actually work something like this. So I hope everyone can forgive me for that. So, but I'll let everyone go now to hopefully enjoy the story, and if you're also listening here, Callie, hope we will be able to enjoy this in some way. And hopefully next time I can do something even better. So, until next time everyone, see you around the corner!
Another day is close to an end. Another workday done. Another boring, dull, repeating day. Wake up, get to work. Just work. Leave, do something to pass the time. The days are just blending together. It feels like life is just going by me. Just all the same each day. Like the asphalt under me, dull, grey, hard and full of cracks. No one ever bothers to fill them, since why would they? Nothing bad usually happens from them. They just only every year grow longer. They are an eyesore and nothing much else. The road is still usable, even with some cracks on it. That will be filled until there will be new cracks. I walk on that road, which I walked on so many years. I can recognize each crack on it, remember each turn, the little details on each neighbor's fence. If you would blindfold me, I'm certain I can walk through this whole route, making it look like I could see through the blindfold. But not really. I turn to other side and can see the road rising up before me. The road that leads to a familiar bridge, right between my work and way home. I continue walking. The air is getting colder as time passes. The cold autumn breeze has pretty much arrived.
The bridge is now close by. It has a rather unfortunate reputation, because of how high up it is from the large lake beneath it. Some had wanted to, well, have a different view of the nature. I now stand by the edge I have stood on many times while walking through this bridge. I remember when seeing the lake, the river, woods, houses and more. It used to fill me with such calm feeling. The view used to be so beautiful, but now it's just mundane and bland. No life or color, just like right now. The trees with no leaves, or they are just dying slowly. The lake's waters look so cold and dark. How many people here have stood looking at the same, almost lifeless view, seeing those dark waters? Did they also one time thought the view was beautiful before it became so dull? How many here had stood thinking and feeling the same? How each day just passed by like it was nothing, while wondering where it all had gone wrong, what mistakes they made, how they could have avoided them, where they could be if not for their bad choices. Was it already really late to do anything, and what was there really anymore? Everything felt so same,
like someone had cut down all the roads and now there was only one road.
I looked at the lake beneath me, wondering
How many also have looked down upon those dark waters and felt the urge of just stepping up and drop down? What had gone through their minds then? Did they regret their decision just as they had gone through it? Did they even try to find a way to stop what was happening? Or did they just accept their fate? I feel a shudder run through my body as I gaze down onto the cold waters below.
But there was something else too. For some reason, the hairs on the back of my head stood, like the kind of feeling you get when you think someone's looking at you with usually murderous intent. Should I even try to look around? If I'm being taken down anyway, I should just run away or jump away. For some damn reason, my body instead just turns to look behind me. I turned, expecting to see some kind of a monster right out of my nightmares, but that's not what I see. No giant, dark creature out of the deeps, with many great eyes and slithering slimy arms, ready to squeeze me to an ugly mess. No, that was just someone else standing, right on the other side of the bridge. A woman. She was dressed in a rather funny way. She seemed to have some kind of a black vest or something over her shoulders with some spikes on it. They were accompanied with a dark dress. On her pink hair was what looked like some kind of a tiara that was connected to a gown. Just bizarre dress style. I'm guessing she's one of those cosplayers. But there ain't any kind of a convention in the backwater town like mine. But why is she standing there anyway? Especially when that side of the bridge does not have any kind of a road for walking. Was she also here for, well, reasons? Did her life seem just go down the drain? The fact that she's standing there is quite worrying. I look both ways, but I don't see any cars driving by. Hey! You should not stand there! I call out. It's rather dangerous! Like it should be obvious. And maybe she does know it.
I get no reaction from her. It is not that windy right now that it can drown out my voice. Maybe she is ignoring me, or just too deep in her thoughts. Whatever it might be, I think I should try to take her away from that spot. Really ironic, but I just can't stand and watch when someone might be in a similar situation. At least, maybe I can help them out. I look both ways again. No cars or any other vehicle coming around. Good. I can quickly go and pull her back to the safer spot. There's that feeling again. Only it's becoming stronger for some reason. Hey! Do you not hear me? I call out, my voice a bit shaky. This time, she probably heard me, as she is now turning. Two pink reddish eyes stare right back at me. And that feeling of fear is now hitting back even worse than before. I have no idea what is going on here. Why is this woman giving me such a fright? There's nothing wrong about her appearance. She is really gorgeous looking, but yet she has this scary aura around her. I feel like I want to just run away and not look back. My heart is beating so fast, like it's about to jump out of my chest. The chills ran through my body like no tomorrow. I was shivering, like it was around middle of the winter, with the worst kind of cold I've ever experienced. The stare she gives me, it is something I have seen. A very tired, almost lifeless look. Something that stares back at me almost every morning. But there's also something else. Like she's also, I don't know, angry or resentful? Either way, there's this very nasty scowl on her face. Then
She raised up her arm and scythe just appeared under her hand. If I did not know fear before, now I most certainly do. I feel like glued to the ground. I wanted to scream, but I just couldn't find my voice. And the woman was now walking towards me, scythe still in her hand, her gown, dress and hair flaving in the wind. I did not feel any stronger wind around me. What I was supposed to do here? It was quite obvious that death itself had finally decided to come to visit me. But for some reason, I don't want it just yet. I don't want death to take me just yet. I don't feel ready yet. I don't feel ready at all. I'm not ready. I don't want to go just yet. Somehow, I find the will to move one of my legs. With few steps she took towards me, I just took one step backwards, which was not enough. This time, I tried to take a few more steps, but she was closing in. My legs suddenly find their speed, and I try to backtrack quicker. But my legs will make steps, and I fall against the hard concrete. The woman now advances on me, scythe now on both of her hands, raising it high above her head, ready to strike! I'm somehow able to jump away just in time, just barely missing the truck that drove past me. And the woman was gone. No trace at all that she had just stood there, right on the drive side of the bridge, with someone's scythe in her hands. No way I'm going to see if she might return. It had been now 4 days since that incident. Nothing happened. I could not leave my home. I was close to a nervous wreck. I did not want to leave my home. But ironically, life called. I had to go do some groceries, and I also could not afford to be away from my job for too long. But now, things did not feel so bad. Honestly, I'm just glad to be still around. And while being locked in my apartment, many memories and thoughts came to me. Things I had not done, people I have not talked in a long while. There was so much to do, and maybe I might be able to work things out, but I just need extra time. I guess I've always got that. I just needed a nice scare and reminder. Funny how things work. Very soon, I once again find myself just walking outside and enjoying life. I never felt so alive in a long while. Oh no. There's that feeling again. That familiar fear of death. I stop right on my tracks. Once again, the familiar fear gripping my entire being. But there is something about it. It is not so strong as I thought. It is there, but like a very, very bad thought that creeps at the back of your mind, telling you to be extra careful. Then I felt it. A cold hand laid itself onto my shoulders, and a voice spoke to me. "Big ups to you, dude," it said, and like that, it all went away, like dust in the wind. I quickly turned to look behind me, but like back in the bridge, nothing. No evidence of someone with bright pink hair standing there with her strange clothes and possibly the scythe ready to use. But then again, guess they don't need it this time. I think I actually prefer it this way. There still are doors in life I have not yet looked inside. After all, you never know what new kind of story they might hold inside.